Morning, guys. Happy Wednesday, 19th of March. We have got an interesting day coming up. FOMC and Fed fund rates, if I am correct. I'm pretty sure it is today. We will go over that, of course, on this video. We'll have a look at what news is coming out, as well as our daily market outlook. So I'm excited for this, as always. As I mentioned yesterday on this video, on this YouTube channel, should I say, we are like 1, 2, 3 people away now from reaching 400 subscribers. I told you, man, Mr. Beast, I am coming for you not long now. I am going to be the biggest trading channel in the entire world. Biggest YouTube channel in the whole world. Why not? 100 and some odd million subscribers watching me. Probably not, but it is what it is. Let's go. If you can, if you haven't, all I ask, as always, as a beg, like a tramp on the streets, please, sir, give me a subscriber. Give me your subscribe button. It costs you nothing, and it is appreciated. So, as always, before we do start, I just want to let you guys know that this content on the channel is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, so nothing shared here should be considered financial or investment or trading advice. Always do your own research before making any financial decisions. Obviously, trading and investing basically involves risk. So you should never risk more than you can afford to lose. Amazing. Now we got that out of the way. Let's go straight into the daily market outlook. So as we start, let's quickly just go over to Forex Factory. For the ones who obviously don't know, obviously if you want to use forexfactory.com, go to the calendar, and then basically you can have a look at the news events. Red folder news is very impactful news for obviously the currency that's next to it. And then you've got orange folder news, which you can see here, which is basically impactful news, but not as impactful as red. And then you just got like yellow folder news, which is not really impactful at all. So again, for the newest person on here, the red folder news is what you guys want to be aware of when you are analyzing your charts. So as you guys can see today, of course, 7 p.m. my time, we have Fed fund rates and FOMC as well, and then FOMC press conference at 7:30. So we should finally, God willing, get our volatility back in the markets, because as we know, if we go straight into the charts, as we know, we have been consolidating for a long time now. And I don't know if you're like me, but I have literally been pretty much just sitting on my hands with a lot of the trades. Like these past 2 weeks, I've barely even traded, just to be real with you. And the reason for that is because I want to make smart decisions, and calculate decisions, not just be a trader, as I always say to you guys. So going into the US dollar, again, if you look, let me just get rid of this. If you look at where we're currently at, extremely consolidating. With the news again today, my advice for myself is to stay out of this area and pretty much just chill, because this is a whole great area for me. Very consolidated. I would be trading just to be a trading sake, if I was to even participate today, or pretty much every other day, as you've explained. And that doesn't mean that there's not opportunities for you guys to obviously seek. But for me personally, I want to make impactful decisions, not just to be in a chart for the fun of it. Now, yesterday, if you remember, I give out these 4-hour supply areas due to this 4-hour break. And as you guys can see, the market did react from here. So, the market did an inducement, we come back up, mitigated, and we moved away. Now, of course, we failed to break this low. So we didn't get that true, movement where we want to see this to carry on. So for right now, I'm very aware either way, but I'm still even more aware now because the market is now, come back and it's broke above this high here. So obviously, first and foremost, could it just be mitigating this area and then carry on down? That's obviously one option. Could this be a catapult to now see bulls? That could be another option. Or are we just going to literally just hammer up? It might even not even get a pullback. It might just hammer up from here to fill in all of this daily imbalance that we've been talking about for quite some time. All this imbalance here. So again, I do expect bullishness in regards to a technical point of view, because I would like to see the market, as I've been saying for a while, filling all of this imbalance that we have, And technically we have a nice clean, structure. So let's see what happens today with FOMC. Let's just remove all this noise and let's get into the major pairs. So Euro USD is pretty much the same scenario. I won't go over. We have this daily higher low, daily higher high. As you guys remember yesterday on this daily market outlook, I mentioned about these two demand areas. So obviously the demand area was this area come down and we had the same movement away. So we did have that movement away. We failed to break the high and now we've come back as well to mitigate the lower, this part here. So the lower, ooh, I just got rid of that by accident. How's it gone? We have just, what is going on? Okay, come back to mitigate this part here. So that is one thing I keep an eye out on. So yeah, obviously, again, this, you might hate me, you might think this is, awful for me to come on here, but this is just me being truthful. And anyone that says, oh, I'm going to look for this, I'm going to look for that, they ain't traders, mate. Like they are just trying to trade for the fun of it. So because of the consolidation and because it's FOMC and Fed fund rates, I'm expecting a massive amount of movement. So I am chilling today, and then I'm going to capitalize on it tomorrow. GBP USD, same scenario. Obviously, we've got the same range as the Euro USD. We had obviously this 4-hour demand area which got mitigated. We had this that broke in this high. We then come back, taps into this demand area that I obviously mentioned to you guys yesterday. So I am calling out the right shots in regards to this, but I'm truthful as well in telling you that I'm not participating. It'd be easy for me to come in here and say, oh yeah, I got this buy and I got this sell, but I'm not about that, of course. So again, FOMC, what can we expect? If you look at the daily time frame, it's the exact same as Euro USD. I would like to see, I just personally, from my perspective, would like to see, a downwards move to fill in this imbalance here, which is same as the Euro USD. And then from a technical standpoint, potentially see this carry on upwards. But of course, that doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. If we go to a higher time frame, pardon me, you'll be able to see that, of course, there's not much really going on. We've met this monthly supply. So yeah, there's not really much that I could see. We've got imbalance above. So let's say the market was to just go bam, into this imbalance, and then obviously this area, and then potentially reacts from here. But again, let's not focus on that. Let's capitalize on what happens after the news instead of trying to be fucking Dynamo, the magician, and just guessing what's going to happen. Euro, AU and NU, obviously as ugly as my nan. I've been saying about this, it's not really as clean as I'd like, but it is moving a little bit now. Obviously, daily time frame is still the same. If we go to the 4-hour, you'll be able to notice that, I did obviously mention this demand area, which we came nowhere near. So, we're not exactly right there as we speak. If we go just quickly to the daily, yeah, there's nothing really much. We could react from where we're currently at, like this area right here, because with obviously this daily demand. So it wouldn't even surprise me if we just moved away from this area, which we're currently at right now. It really wouldn't. So that'll be interesting to see, of course. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in regards to news. As always, NZUSD. We have, of course, same scenario. And then pretty much the same USD CAD. USD CAD yesterday you mentioned, I said we're in this 1-hour demand. Can we see a break above this, which we did get? And then where did we come back into? So if I just cut this in half, is textbook stuff that I obviously have taught or teach on here, should I say, or advise on here. We come back into this area of demand. So you notice we obviously consolidate, then we have this break, then we come into this demand, and then we move away. So right now, if I just look at like the 2-hour, or let's just see the 4-hour, if I wanted to participate in this trade, it would be from this demand area here, because we've broken above here again as well. So let me just mark this out. USD CAD looks clean, man, but again, news today. When people say news is the excuse, no, there's two parts of trading. There's technicals and there's fundamentals. And fundamentals is what controls these markets, what controls these currency pairs. Think about this, and what I always say, if you believe that learning a strategy is the be all and end all, you are knackered. And the reason I say that is because people think, yeah, it's just patterns and you just learn patterns and you make money. No, of course, that's one side to trading. You need to understand the patterns that the market creates. But do you think the US dollar and the Canadian dollar, do you think Trump and, the Canadian dollar government are sat there going, we are going to move with these patterns because of these patterns? No, it is moved by the fundamentals, the economy. Is the economy of the US dollar strengthening? Is the Canadian dollar strengthening or is it not strengthening? This is what has an impact on the news. So today, the reason that the market will have the volatility is not because, of technicals, it'll be because of the fundamentals. And yes, social media will show you people who participate in this trade and they'll say, got this trade right, da, 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 da. But understand that they are just capping, man. They don't understand what's going on. They are literally just chatting bull, basically. But yeah, if I was to expect USD CAD to carry on, it'll be from this area. And then obviously, let's just see, man. Let's just see what happens. I know you probably don't like me talking about this USD CHF. I'm not interested in. Of course, we tapped into this demand, which is a bit big for me. So if I just go to this area, you can see this whole candle here is where we are currently reacting from, which is a 4-hour demand. I would have liked to see this 1-hour demand area met, but that's just me being picky. But yeah, we're getting that reaction from here and moving away. But just quickly, if you look at like the US dollar, I want to show you guys this quickly. Because in fact, we'll go to the 4. I want to show you guys how like this is simply just manipulating people right now. If you look at where we're currently at, we are literally just bouncing in between this zone. We are currently just bouncing, sideways in between this zone. But as we're bouncing, you will notice that we're taking out highs. We're manipulating people. As we go back up, we're manipulating sellers. People be looking at this going, okay, downtrend. I had this break here. I'm going to look to sell here. What happens is they sell, manipulate, come back down, make inducement from this area, come back down, they go back up, manipulate. Now they start moving down. So what I'm trying to say is you'll notice that there's so many manipulations that are happening inside of the markets, constantly manipulating the lows because we're waiting for this news decision to happen. Constantly now manipulating this high. Could we manipulate this high? Are we going to come above this high? So we just got to be very, very careful. Like we are in a zone of just manipulation in my eyes right now. So that is pretty much the majors. I'm going to quickly go over some of the cross pairs because we are currently obviously in the cross pairs. A lot of these ones, as you can see, we've got our daily. Let me just get this up. Where's it gone? We are in our daily lower high, daily lower low. We've had the retracement, so I would expect the daily to just carry on downwards. So as you guys, I'm pretty sure I talked about AUD/CHF yesterday. Maybe, maybe not. But we're in this supply area. I think I did. I think I mentioned is this supply and is this supply. As of right now, we're reacting from this supply area. We've had these lows broke. So the next areas that would be as of interest for me would be, can we see a retracement into this supply area, which would be a 4-hour supply, or this supply area has been unmitigated. But understand, and this is where it can become tricky. This supply area here is our closest supply area. So this is where we expect the market to carry on downwards. So you've got to understand that we are in this demand area here. So with that being said, if I break above this area, I'm going to look for the buys for myself, and then I'll make a decision to obviously look for sells in here. And then I'll see if the buys are going to obviously work or the sells are going to work. So that is what I will be doing personally. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys can see that for AUD/CHF pretty clean. If you look at the daily, just quickly, if you look at the daily, you can see that the weekly is obviously the weekly is selling. What is going on here, man? The weekly is in a downtrend, and the daily is in a downtrend, and the 4-hour isn't. So we need the 4 hours to change. But is as of right now, weekly, daily is in a downtrend. So for me personally, what I want to see is, because now we're having this change. Well, the 4 hours in a downtrend, sorry, because this is a 4 hour break here. This level is a 4 hour valid 4 hour demand area. So, you know, we are now in alignment. So this is why it makes sense for me to look for sells from these areas, pretty much. So AUD CHF, let's see what happens. Bob's your uncle, Fan is your aunt. CAD CHF, pretty similar. You can see we've got our daily lower high here and our daily lower low here. This is my 4 hour supply, which we've kind of mitigated, and then we've broken this low. So now for me personally, this is my 4 hour supply to look for sells. Bam, bam. That's where I'd want to see this next area react from for CAD CHF. So again, let's see what happens in regards to that. We are in heavy downwards movement, so I'd expect this whole thing just to be a pullback and then to carry this on downwards. So let's just see what happens. Because if you look at if you just look closely, the markets, like the way that I describe the markets, is like a wave. The markets is like a wave, and what I mean by that is you'll follow. We have the wave, then we have the wave here, and then we obviously is it a wave and a tide? So wave, then we have the tide, then we have the wave, then we have the tide. I don't know if it is called the tide. But then we have the wave again, and then we expect this to carry on. So hopefully you guys can see how the market just flows. So these pullback are where most people make the mistakes, but you need to focus on the higher time frames, because the higher time frame is, you look, we have the impulsiveness, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. We expect now impulse. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's skip through this. But yeah, 4 hour supply area is my next area of supply on CAD CHF, Euro CHF. Let's see what's going on. Go to the daily time frame. You can see that we're bullish on here. We went from bearish to bullish. We obviously have our weekly higher low and our weekly higher high, and this is our daily higher low. So as you guys can see, if I just get rid of this, you'll be able to notice that this is our daily demand here, which we are now tapped into. So with that being said, let's look at the 4 hour. You'll be able to notice that we have tapped into this demand area. So now I will be looking on the lower time frames to try and see if I can get a shift to look to buy this upwards. But yeah, beautiful reaction so far from this demand area. So keep an eye out on that. I'll try and get this video up as fast as possible. Come on, come on, come on. Euro CAD, pretty similar. Obviously, we're in this bullishness. We've got our daily higher low, daily higher high. Yes, we have this imbalance and stuff below, but this is a valid demand. And we had a 1 hour change of trend on here. Of course, I think did I give this? Was it Euro CAD I gave out yesterday? I can't remember. Anyway, we're in this area right now. Me personally, I'm just going to wait for this level to be broke. Because we broke once, if we can get another confirmation, I would then look to obviously long this upwards. One confirmation is amazing, but 2 confirmations is even better. That's a good saying. Write that down. Put it on your screen. 1 confirmation is good, or 1 break structure is good. 2 confirmations is better. Okay, Euro AUD. Okay, she's moving. So remember, I talked about, oh, sorry, Great British Pound AUD. We talked about this yesterday, reacting from this demand area. This is our range. If you guys remember, I think we just missed a trade. So if you look at where we're currently at, we had this pullback here, but we didn't actually mitigate this demand. So we've made a new fresh demand area, which is now this whole area here. So what I'm basically trying to say to you guys is we've got a new daily range, 4 hour range. I'm still going to put this as my 4 hour low, even though you can class this as a 4 hour. So there's 2 ways I'm going to look at this. Pardon me, is we react from here and carry on, or we use this as liquidity and we react from here. Simple. React from this area or we react from this area. That's what I am focusing on. So yeah, GBP AUD. Why can't I just pronounce it right? GBP CAD is pretty much, we've got this daily range from this daily higher low to this daily higher high. As you guys can see, from here to here is our daily range. But our 4 hour, we've got obviously a clean downtrend happening right now. So this is my 4-hour high, lower high, 4-hour lower low. I'm expecting the bearishness to a minimum of this demand area. So if you look, we are reacting from a 1-hour supply. Let me just get rid of that. We are reacting from this 1-hour supply, and we're moving away cleanly. Reacting from this 1-hour supply. Let's get rid of this right now. And you can see we are now downtrending pretty clean. So again, this is set up for me to look for, you know, basically look for them sells, because we are moving away pretty clean from these suppliers. So yeah, keep an eye out on that for GBP CAD. Okay, let's go to, these are pretty much nothing really much going on. The green ones are the more that I want to talk about. But yeah, there we go. Amazing. Perfect. Appreciate every single person jumping on. This will be uploaded as fast as possible. Obviously, you'll be watching it now, so I'm telling you that because it's not a live video. But I appreciate every single person that plugs into these. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys staying connected. And obviously, yeah, if you've got any questions or any feedback or anything that you want to discuss, go to the comment section below, or you can basically connect with me on social media via my bio on my YouTube channel. Other than that, guys, have an amazing rest of your Wednesday. Trade safely, FOMC, Fed fund rates, be careful. Yeah, let's go.